Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
We put together a show for you tonight in celebration of the 4th of July. Consider it just entertainment.
Satnam, my name is Sabachin Kaur, and this is Sanatam Kaur, and we're the host of your show tonight. And we really hope you enjoy it, because we made it at first notice, and we didn't have a lot of time to prepare. And now we have a word from our sponsors.
Hello. You may not know me, but I know you. Let me show you. This was me up until a week ago.
Help! I'm falling and I can't get up!
And this is me now. My secret? Simple. Vanna, young blood, great royal diet. It's easy. All you have to do is pick up the phone and make this toll-free call now. 1-800-2-BE-ROYAL. Just pick up the phone and make this call. Why look like this when you could look like that? Remember, pick up the phone and make your call now. 1-800-2-BE-ROYAL.
Hey, Joe, who's getting up?
Make the call. I did. Hello. You may not know me, but I know you. Let me show you. This was me up until a week ago.
Help! I'm falling and I can't get up!
And this is me now. My secret? Simple. Vanna, young blood, great royal diet. I lost 240 pounds in just 2 days. All you have to do is pick up the phone and make this toll-free call now. 1-800-2-BE-ROYAL. Why look like this when you could look like that? Just pick up the phone now and make your toll-free call. 1-800-2-BE-ROYAL. My girl. Make the call. I did.
Today at St. Vincent's Hospital, we've decided to substitute the normal blood used for transfusion with Folgers coffee. Let's go to our hidden camera and see what happens.
Sikhs, keep going and going and going and going and going and going.
Many of us enjoy our stay here at Ladies Camp, but we often have different experiences from different points of view, we'd like to give you a little taste of our point of view.
Some people here may get some sleep, but others don't.
Let's play cards, guys.
Okay.
Okay. The next person to get a spade is going to be pregnant in a month.
Ooh, stay silent.
I get the cards.
That lady next to us has been singing all day.
I know, and she's not even supposed to be in our section. Bedtime.
God, I am so tired.
We have to get up for sun at 3:30.
Oh.
That was a great curtain session. Let's do it again tomorrow. Yes.
What did she say? Uh-oh.
Satnamjis, could you please be a little more quiet? We are trying to sleep around here. Okay.
Ooh, oh, right.
Let's go to sleep.
Rise and shine. You got your glory, glory. Rise.
Let's get on!
Now we have a little surprise for you.
Hello, does this bus go to Rajpur? Of course. Mommy, pee.
Okay, we like to sing a few songs with you.
You know them.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Yay. Okay. And the next one we'll sing Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. We've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun. There's no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Everybody. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. That's all for tonight, for us.
Well, this is my assessment after seeing your few minutes, this what you produced. In deeper level, it gives me a hope and better understanding that we are in good shape. And when I say good shape, it is very rare, because I do look at things from different prospect than normal person will. My feeling is that you have humor, you have a talent, and you have a depth. For teenagers like you, having all three things in one is amazing. It's not normally practical. That may be that who you are. Whether you can keep it or not, or extend it or not, this still is with you. There's nothing we can do. But what I'm feeling is, looking at the misery in the world around, it makes me happy. If you all continue this status quo and enlarge yourself with that fundamental. What is the fundamental a young girl should have? She should be competent and contained. Contained who she is, never lose her grace, and competent to excel. There are two different aspects of life. If you are contained and not competent, you are stupid. You will be called depressed, stayed out, iceberg, whatever. And if you are competent and not contained, you will be called flirt, you will be called chick, you will be called all those names which exist for you. So, for you, forget about all these older stuff. You are the first generation in Dharma. And you have to learn that basic fundamental. You have, first priority is to contain yourself, and second priority is to be competent. And if you cannot contain yourself, then there is a very simple formula. Go in a bathroom, wash your face with cold water, stand before a mirror. This is what I do. I'm not telling you something which I don't do. Go in a bathroom, take the cold water, put a lot of it on your eyes for a while. Wash your face, look your face in a mirror. And what you see in a mirror, tell that guy yourself. I'm not going to fall apart, I'm going to be me, and damn you, don't try to tempt me into thing, okay? Now stay where you are. I'm leaving you behind in this bathroom. And then whatever it is bothering you, I know you are not gone to bathroom. Press the lever of the sink. Totally imagining all that negativity is gone. Come out and then exert mentally at your third eye. Concentrate. There's no knowledge. Bij mantra sarva ko gyan. There's no knowledge which is not in you. Concentrate at third eye with two open eyes. It is little difficult, but for a practice, you can always do it. And then try to excel. Try to excel that time, that space. Practice will make you the most successful and happy woman. It's simple. It's not gimmick. It works. And it shall work for you too. In case you do not keep these values, just remember once you had them. That's all. And also just remember us that we tried our best. We meant well. Yes, there are, in this lifestyle, there are restrictions. And they are stupid restrictions according to environmental pressure. We don't want you to sell cheap. It's very cheap to sell yourself. Because once you put your price down, you can never raise it again. And the only way to sell is that sell everybody must. I'm not saying it's not there. Sell you must, but remember, sell for the price. And I have to tell you that stupid story on 4th of July. There was one man, he saw a girl sitting in the lobby, and he was with a manager. He was a millionaire. He said to his manager, "You see that girl?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I want that girl for one night." He said, "Master, what are you talking about?" He said, "Well, you are a manager or what? You want your job or not?" He said, "Well, I can try. But what's the price?" He said, $1 million, 2, 3, 10. Now? I say, oh, forget it, master, there's no problem. Thank you very much. What is the condition? He said, if I come 11 o'clock, she should be in my room. You will get also the same $1 million what she is going to get. Man left, manager left behind. He went to the girl and he said, honey, how are you, from where you come? She said, I'm Minnesota. I said, oh, I'm Minnesota. Where do you live, son? Oh, I live in that street. These people are very technicians. They are negotiators. So he said, oh, good. I'm just like uncle to you, I know your father also, I know the whole thing. The young girl looked at him and he looked at her and she felt very home. He said, who you are waiting for? Oh, she said, my aunt was to come here to pick me up and she gave me this place. She's not shown up. He said, don't worry. Can I show you around and all that? He was too attractive. She started moving with him and they started talking and then they sat and ate and the whole thing. He said, I have a proposal. He said, what? He said, you want to make $1 million? He said, $1 million? Really? Me? He said, sure, honey. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $5 million? She said, forget $5 million, $1 million is more than enough. What I have to do? He said, if you want $1 million, here's the key, here's the room, and there comes a man at 11 o'clock. I don't know what he said further, but all he said is, if you can be in that room at 11 o'clock, sitting, you shall receive $1 million. She said, nah, I'm not sure. He said, what is your name? She gave the name. He wrote her name on a $1 million cashier check. He said, do you read it? Yeah. If he doesn't give you, I'll give it to you. She said, okay, deal. Deal. He gave the key. Girl went for $1 million, sat in the room. Exact on the strike of 11 o'clock, this man appeared. He looked at her, fine. He said, well, you want to be a millionaire? She said, yeah. You know the deal? He said, no, I was supposed to be here at 11 o'clock. He said, well, the deal is you will get $1 million if you sleep with me this night. That's all the deal is. And she said, what? He said, well, take it or leave it. You will have $1 million from me, and he must have promised you $1 million. He said, yes. He said, you get $2 million, you have to sleep this night with me. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, you'll be out of this room. I'll give you a check, and he'll give you a check. She waited a little bit. She said, can I think about it? He said, yes, sure. He went in and he poured his liquor and he starts sitting and drinking a little bit. She looked at it and she said, okay, I'm ready, but 7 o'clock I'll go safe. He said, no, I have a different idea. He said, what? He said, $10,000. She said, you stupid bastard, what do you think you are? He said, nothing else, I am a stupid bastard. You are right, that's what I think. He said, what are you talking about? First you said 1 million, 1 million, now you're saying 10,000. What is this? He says, Sonny, that was the price set up. Now this is a negotiation. You already has agreed to sleep one night with me, and I already know. Now it's a negotiation. That price was put up to convince you to do it. Now this is a price to evaluate what that means to me. She said, God, you son of so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. She said, sit down, sit down. Your aunt name is such and such? She said, how you know? She said, well, she has been looking for you. She said, you just looked like my daughter. I lost her because she couldn't contain herself. Here's $1 million. I'm your godfather. Your aunt is waiting in the lobby. And that man will also deposit to your account another $1 million. I'm your godfather, you're my daughter. But just remember, the pain of loss of my daughter is still in my memory. And millions of dollars which I have cannot bring it back. As you this night could not bring back you as you are now again. I'm just telling you that story. One slip, one mistake when you are a teenager can sink the ship. And just remember, you have to do 1 million good job, 1 million good job, and you have to commit one mistake. That one mistake you cannot cover, all you can do is recover. 1 million jobs done good and well will put you plus. But 1 minus is very painful. Why I'm saying it? I'm 62-year-old. I have lived in the United States 22 years. I am on display. All they want to know, I have done one not good job. And this applies to you all. Especially you who are teenagers, who are in this camp, who have a future, who wants to be successful. Unfortunately, you are in the period where economy is going to change terribly in another 20 years. Our society is going to change, our values are going to change, our needs and projections are going to change as Americans. It will not be the way it was in 60s, and it will not be the way as it was in 80s. You have come in a crossfire time. Now, this is the time you have to learn one thing. Prove yourself. The only way you can prove yourself, not to waste your energy in bypasses and in bygone memories, you have to say bye-bye to emotions, commotion and neuroses. Get to a career. Put yourself into a value. Evaluate your senses. Evaluate your possibilities. Evaluate your reality. And give yourself a chance. Once you have a career, you can socially survive. Then at least if you cannot personally survive, you will not be handicapped. Today, there is no man and woman relationship. I want to be very honest with you. That's total, absolute lie. Today, this society, America, demands man and woman as working. This switch has been changing slowly, but now it is a necessity. Now the family is 2 men's earning. Those good days of woodland and stockwood and all that are gone. Those great days of having trusts and all that is gone. Those ways trying to find God through drugs is gone. Now America is going to drag itself, and it's going to drag itself for a long time. Why? Japanese money is not going to be invested anymore. German money is not going to be invested anymore. We have to compete with a very sharp edge called European community. They have got their whole scene together, and they will be there. We have only 2 markets. One is Russia, and other market is China. Rest is a third world country, and there are more hungry people there than they can produce. China is a huge market, and it wants to get to be miserable like us and they will be. And we'll provide them technology and kill them faster than they deserve. And so is Russia. But Russians are very powerful people. A Russian woman still today, in 1991, can stand in a line on her 2 legs and doesn't faint for 3 to 4 hours. I have never seen possible in any humanity. So I mean, they are going to shape up very fast. They are clever, they are crying too much, it looks very odd. World is not going to have any possibility of wars. We spend $50 million per minute on our war machine. And we have learned we can't go on. Because every year, everything we produce as a war machine becomes obsolete. It's not practical. And our middle class is fading away. And we are keeping this standard though, and life standard, our living standard is being maintained, but now it needs man and woman working hand in hand and becomes the earning hands. Now family is not 2 hands and 5 mouths to be fed. Now it is 4 hands and 3 mouths to be fed. That's what economically we have come to a standard. So my dear girls, when you did this drama, it was fantastic, highly talented. That tells me that if you apply your mind to something, you can achieve fast. You said we just thought in a small minute and we did it. That's more encouraging than you might have planned it 2 years from now and you could have come out with this thing. No, the charm would have gone. Secondly, you picked up a very humorous topic, subject, and you also did that advertisement. It means you know in the depth of depth your values. When I gave that diet powder, I just was looking for so many years to something which complete, which can give everything which a human needs. Not this supplemented by that, not that supplemented with this. So one day, I sat and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. It was 3 a.m. time, exactly Los Angeles time. I called Sashakti Singh. I said, wake up. He said, I wake, it's sadhana time. I said, I'm not asking you for sadhana, I'm asking you to wake up. Could you just wake up and not bug me right now? What is the matter? What is the emergency? I said, no, it is coming. I said, it's coming. Just write it down before it go. I miss it. It's coming. Come. You have sugar paper? He switched on the light paper. He said, ready, sir. And I told him all the ingredients and their proportion. He said, what do I have to do? I said, it will be a diet powder. May not be very popular right now, but for our generation, it will serve. It will survive us, we'll live forever, and it doesn't need any supplement, complement, any nonsense. Just put on a salad or put in orange juice, and all will be taken care of. It's not a quick fix. It's not. It takes time. It takes 40 days to change the metabolism of the body, and then it starts absolutely effectively working. If you are consistent with it, all you need is a glass of orange juice, and all you need is one big, huge salad. That's all it takes. It doesn't require. There's hardly anything good in the earth which is not in it, powdered together. We have used natural ingredients because we don't want to use preservatives. But that's all it's about, this diet powder. But the way you did the PR, and you wanted to sell a project, which your very own, and you did it with such a humor and with such a talent that if we just cut that tape and start showing anywhere, we'll sell more than we can ever sold for now. You know what I mean? You did something which is unique. So what I mean to say, somehow you have the uniquity. And if you can preserve that, and contain yourself and project right, your life will be unique. That's all I'm saying. You must understand, I have no idea to be popular. I have no desire. I don't care either. I'm very carefree man. 24 years of sadhana has taught me a lot more than I want to know. I'm a self-made man. I don't depend on anybody except on Guru Ram Das. And I'm very selfish. I'm very selfish, stupidly stone-headed, and absolutely one-pointed. And I'm not saying it that these are not bad things. I think they are the worst things. Nobody should have them. But I have used these three worst things in me to consolidate on one identity, Guru Ram Das. I like him because in the whole world I have traveled, he has a golden house. Nobody else has that. So I want a rich guru. I don't care poor ones. I mean, why should I bother myself? Plus, he promises miracle, and I can't wait. Yeah, unique. Plus, his personality is royal, and I am from royalty. I don't want a begging bowl with a little rice in my hand and a lion cloth and a stick in my hand. I don't care. I move. I don't have to prove anybody. I move with that dignity and that royalty. I don't need to say, you must be wearing me jewelry. Yeah. I have one diamond ring which is worth $150,000. I don't have to show my this plastic card, who am I to write a check. I never write a check, somebody else always pays. But in case, first thing a businessman or a shopkeeper or a clerk who's writing that thing will look at my hands. And when he sees that ring, he freaks out. He can't ask a question. And I had that necessity because everywhere I go, where's your identity? Give me 2 credit cards, blah, blah, blah. What I can do? Show me your driver license. I never had it. Show me your credit cards. I don't. Shakti hardly. She gives me now. She never used to give me a thing. She said, nothing doing. And in 22 years, I have not written one check. I don't know what she does with it. All money comes, goes to the altar, goes to her direct. Whatever you go. All present goes to the archives. These are the property of Sikh Dharma and they are the future. All this land and property you are seeing, it is all yours. I and my wife made a will that all this which we have earned with our personal money and with our work, because we have worked along with you, therefore it should belong to you, to your generations and your future. We have almost, whichever properties have no payments, has been donated. Unfortunately, recently in the past few months, some of our mukhiyas have stolen some of Sikh Dharma properties. Cleverly or diligently or intelligently, we were neglectful and we are in trouble. I do not know who next is going to try. So, I do not know how foolproof we can be and what shall happen when I close my eyes and what will they do, all that what I am leaving behind. But it's a quite good sum of money. It's a good working capacity. It has a good credibility. It has good equity. And I wanted that Sikh Dharma to have it that way. I don't believe in poverty and I believe... Because you must understand, in our society there will be some children who will need help. And now how sick I am, it's beyond your description or mine. I'm working day in and day night to start businesses. Because I feel in the coming 5 years, we need 300 jobs which must pay $50,000 a year to our people who are committed, who are with us. Now that means we need $17 million in circulation. That means we have to have $200 million worth of business setup. That means we have to work hard. These new rich who have got just $100,000, $500,000, and they say divine or $1 million business, they're stupid. They don't know what they're just okay for the time being. We don't mean to plan with all that. Some people think perhaps I'm going to take away their businesses. These stupid do not know that I have all this business started with my own money and own hands. I don't have that. Why I should have theirs? All we want is them to be rich and successful. That's all we say. And all we say is that any business which does not have internal audit shall fail. That's the law of business. It has never proven wrong in the past thousands of years. It will never prove wrong before. But anyway, that's not our subject now. We are setting up an international trade business. We are setting up inter-country trade business. We are also starting import and export businesses. And thanks to our old friends in Russia, they really want to work with us, and they are setting us up in Moscow, and we have 3 people are already there. Other 2 are going and work it out. We are in international contact with certain things. If all cards are played well, within 2 years, this whole dream will come true and things will change. Because you must understand my pain. When a girl calls me and she says, Siri Singh Saab, yes dear, what I can do for you? First answer comes, nothing. I say, okay. But you called me, there must be something. She said, there's nothing. Are you not Siri Singh Saab? Who's this? I say, I'm Siri Singh Saab. Yogi Bhajan, yeah, me. You know my name? I say, yeah, you called me, I know, I called you. Don't you know what is going on to me? I say, you said it. Nothing. Right? Yeah, nothing. What you're going to do? I'm asking you. And I'm going to first one time. I'm not going to stand on. Don't lecture me. Don't tell me anything. Nothing. What did you say? I say, okay. Now stay where you are. I'll make the arrangements and get on it. And I'll take care. So this nothing is like a cannon shot right in my chest. And I feel from that nothing, I'm responsible to provide everything. You know, parents are funny. They don't care. They don't care. They're doing their best. I can't do that. Best is not enough for me. I have no place to go. I don't have anything to do with anything. I have to deliver. I have to. I am one person who has no damn choice. And I am one person who cannot say no. Because I believe in Nanak. No, say no. When you have to say no, that is Nanak. So I can't. I may be imagining it. I may be lunatic. I'm stupid. God knows what I am. I don't care a hoot. But any child who calls on me, I got to come through. I have to beg, borrow, manipulate, whatever I have to do. I have to do, and I cannot afford do. I am the last call, and I have to deliver. There are some good sons and daughters of mine. I do call on them, and they do help. But after all, the stretch is getting bigger and bigger. And I have to create resources. That's what all I am working on. I am working on a setup and a procedure where every child who is born in Sikh Dharma can gracefully be proud and can live and can understand that they have a base. and that base must be grace. They don't have to go and act and sell cheap and be stimulatedly abused and prostitutedly treated because they want to survive. Those who have their private businesses, I want to give this 4th January message. Even you give me anything, I will not accept. Stop this bullshit propaganda and this nonsense against a man who doesn't have anything to begin with. Some of these stupid people are creating a lot of ruckus in Sikh Dharma and in families. I don't know where they get money to make phone calls. That's all they do. And some people are very regularly throwing what you call mud on their children's ambitions tomorrow because that stupid thing to control the child. They don't even believe the God when gives the child the earth, he gives the child the destiny. Child is going to make it. जिनका ना खुदा नहीं होता उनका खुदा होता है कुश्तियाँ खुद ब खुद किनारे पे चली जाती हैं. Those who do not have a captain of the ship, God becomes those captain of the ships, and the ships do land on the shores. So, it is a very limited stupidity of a man that every child is their control and their property and they can hug and bug and, My father never thought ever that I'll have to work ever in my life. I had to work. And nobody could dream that I'll come in America and become a yogi, and I became. So, the unseen hand of God guides the destiny of every human being, and I hope the children who have born in this dharma have the strength, have the character, have the consciousness, but also we have to do something. We have to take care of them. We have to be with them. Some of us who are dealing with children are very angry. I can't handle my children and you have thrusted another one on me. I get this conversation. Well, don't. I'll make other arrangement. Some of the people among us are very rude and neurotics. They do not talk to teenagers with that flexibility of life. There's some roughness, crudeness. Tell me what you want. Well, the poor thing knows what she wants, and she knows what she can do. I mean, she would have done it. What the hell, you big dead body? She has to come to you. I mean, these women sometimes talk. I say, oh God, what kind of dogs are these? And you see them talking like, what? Don't bother me. I mean, why not? You stupid woman, she's born out of you, she's your child. You are the shelter, you are the anchor, you are the last. Oh, I am busy. Busy with what? What are you busy with? You stupid child of God. What are you busy with? Your own child is talking to you. You cannot contain that child. You cannot maintain that child. You cannot give a hope to that child. You can't elevate. You mean God will come through for that person? Forget it. God is not that stupid. God has intelligence everywhere. You betray your child, God shall betray you on every breath. That's the deal. And nobody can escape it. You tug your child, make them sit with a babysitter. You go and have fun. You stupid humans. You don't give them the values. You do not give them the science of those values. You do not tell them how they can flourish and how they can grow. And tomorrow you expect them to be all-knowing. It's like Johnny Rivers, that Johnny Carson's show. Here comes the sage, all-knowing, all-seeing, all this nonsense, and he opens up those envelopes and start answering. As he knows, he touches with his head. You all do that. How come that is practical? When child comes to you, God walks to you. talk gracefully, talk respectfully, talk elevatingly, talk divinely, talk precisely, talk really, talk truthfully. That's all God is about. Otherwise, beyond this, there's no God. We are all tested every day, every minute, every breath of our life. God has only one way to test us. He sends somebody who look junior, who look poorer, who look smaller, who look needy to us. And if you cannot see God in all, you cannot see God at all. And if you fail at that time, you may give something or not, but take it granted for me, you have already failed. And there shall be no second chance. God is forgiving, Mother Nature is not. If your nature is not accommodating, elevating, compassionate, kind, giving, reaching out, you have failed. And a majority of the parents are failing with their own children. That's very painful. That's extremely painful. That's why I sent these children to India. Go, I said, 12,000 miles away from here and grow up. One thing you will learn which I cannot force you to learn. You will be yourself in totally hostile environments. Totally hostile environments. You will have nothing what is here. Absolutely. Even the potatoes there will not be soft and baked, and burnt food will be given to you. You will be miserable and horrible, my children, but be there. You will learn grit, you will learn mathematics, you will learn grammar, and you will learn how to survive within you. I was not stupid. I knew it what I'm doing to my children. I'm not stupid even now. These few new rich with a couple $100,000 think they got everything. They got nothing. I have those $100,000 every day. It's not enough. There are a lot of demands. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of future. So, what I'm doing is resorting to businesses. For that, I've selected some faithful ones. I said to them, look, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you want. You want to work under me or for me, yes or no. So we were at negotiations, and finally we have come to conclude. One person, I give you an example, Karamjit. New Sikh, poor fellow, didn't know how to even tie a turban. And just out of some environments, he just met me. And I said, Karamjit, oh, he wanted a spiritual name. And I said, your name is Karamjit. And we all sat. And I told him, I said, Karamjit, one day you have to work with me and for the future of me. He said, I'm fine. I'm doing all okay. I said, okay. But if I want you to work for me, will you? I'm yours. No question asked. I said, you got it. Okay. And it's Fateh, yeah. She resented it very much. She hates me for this. And one day I called him. I said, Karamjit, sell your house or whatever, move everything, including your wife and child, to Espinola. What for, sir? I said, nothing. They are going to live there. And when you meet me, I'll tell you what to do. So we set it up. And Fateh looked left and right in Boston and this and that, am I right? And took a couple of weeks to pack and a couple of weeks to think and a couple of weeks to understand and what this yogi is doing. And, we are okay, we have survived, we have been partners together, we love each other, and we are buddies from school, and what is this? I tolerate your turban, all right, but what the hell she's going to make me wear turban? What is all this? So I'm not telling all those things which I knew in my meditation. I'm making it up. And she's sitting right there. And she can deny it if she wants, but anyway. And one day Karamjit came to me, he says, "Sir, my wife will not take it." I said, "She will love to take it, don't bother. These wives are okay. We'll just buy a few presents." So we went to Jerry's shop and bought very beautiful jewels and perfect stones and showered at her and made her feel good. And then finally I told Karamjit, pack up and go to Moscow. And there is a business to be done, and you have good head and take care of it. He's there for 5, 6 months. How long? 4 months, 5 months? He's there 4 months, and yesterday I told her, I said, tell him not to come back. And she doesn't understand why I'm saying it, but he's not coming back anyway, but question is we have to have a setup. And we have to be part of that economy, and we have a great future. Through that we can serve our children, we can serve our everything. And Dr. Sram thought that he's very successful. He has a Khalsa clinic, he has 3,000 actors, producers, directors. When I threw a bombshell at him that day, I said, "Doctor, we have a property in Tucson?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "But don't you think it's going to be a great clinic one day?" He said, "What?" "Yeah, I think so. But I have to do with it." I said, "Get into it." We are going to shift people from Los Angeles into the dry air of Tucson, and we need that coordination, and that's your next project. He's still thinking, right? He thought he had it. He thought it's wonderful, it's nice. Similarly, that day I told, I have 9 corporations which I control. And this GRD is of Hari Jeevan Singh Senior, who's sitting right behind me on a chair. And he's my protocol officer from so many years here, about 18 years. One day he came to ask me, it was his duty to drive me around. He came and I said, "Well, Hari Jeevan, how you like a wonderful idea, I tell you something." Yes sir, what is it? Tell me. And his habit is when I tell him something, he said, "Done," He doesn't say anything else. And I said, "Well, you are not going to go to GRD tomorrow. It's no more your business and you are out." And immediately he said, "Done." And they said, "What?" I said, "Well, it is done. That's it. You are not going to go to the GRD from tomorrow. I don't want to see you anywhere in the office or telling anybody anything, period." And then later on, sad about that. I say, "I've already known it, I've taken care of it, it's all working out." Okay, thank you. So finally I said, he has a habit, he can't sit. So when I came here, I said, "Just you're my protocol officer." "Yes sir, be there." No, he doesn't know what he should do here. Finally, that day he told me he's going to get a mobile phone. The phone you can talk anytime. Yeah. He doesn't understand there's nobody to answer his phone. So I told them, when he calls, don't answer. Refer those calls to me. And one fine morning, I end up calling his wife. And she said, I said, "Satyabhajan, I have something for you." I said, "Yeah." She says, "You know the yogi tea which belongs to my son Ranbir and Sada Sat Singh?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Go tomorrow and take over and kick these guys 2 out. And run it. And don't you listen to anybody." So poor girl, 9 o'clock, dressed up, takes his car, goes there in the office, and she's hustling. I'm very glad to tell you that yesterday she told me, she said, "God, it can be so many $1 million worth of a company, and why wouldn't it before?" I said, "Well, I didn't tell you to do it. Now you just do it." I threw another atom bomb that day. I called Soburg who's the president of my all corporations. I said, "Boss, we want to have two things. One is a central office and one field office. And kick out all these guys from the central office." What they will do? I said, rent a field office, set them up there. They will do sales, strategy, planning, field, services, everything. And what all you will do is to data processing, processing and strategizing and auditing and accounting and administration. And you know what I said? I want the result by 5 p.m. You know what time I was calling? 11 a.m. And it was done. We are mobile now. And we have no option. When I see you girls all coming up and see those teenager boys coming up and seeing these little children here and there coming up, I know there are two alternatives with us. Either to receive you or to reject you. Both starts with R. We even were hippies and yuppies, whatever we were tough skin. We survived. But our second generations either wants to be received or wants to be rejected. We better receive and not give them rejection, which we couldn't tolerate. Let us pay our karma. Let us unite in that higher consciousness. Let us pray to Guru Ramdas to create miracles, and let us achieve what we are supposed to achieve in our destiny. My last line is, let us not give distance to our destiny. Let us reach home. I am grateful to you for having trust and love for me. Many of you really adore me. And I didn't get a chance to be with you all, so there are a lot of thoughts. Who am I? So being tired of this, Wagru Kaur is my security officer. She sticks around with me quite a bit. So I said, why don't you observe me? And she said, what, I'll do that. I said, you have photogenic memory. She said, that's true. I said, take my 84 aspects. You are a poet. Put them in poetry. And I really pushed hard on that, and she pushed well. You might be seeing that new book, 84 Aspects of Sri Singh Sabji. Have you got, how many of you have got that? Please read it. Please read it. Why? Not selfish that I want to sell that book to you. That's not my idea. That's not my idea. There's a brain, there are 3 brains, and there are a lot of facets of the brain. But doesn't matter what your brain is. That brain has to deal with 84 aspects of life. You have 84 facets in your life. And each poem will introduce you to that facet, and then it will tell you how I deal with it. Those poems contains a style. They are humorous, they are simple, and I want you to read them. I want you to understand them. I know all of you have the man called Sri Singh Sahib, you have not read it. It's like a holy book on the shelf. And you feel very blessed. You got it. You have it. It's just like a Bible, big Bible the people beat it on the altar. And I've seen that book on the altars. But my God, if you would have read that book, you would have been very wise by now. Then there are 72 mental projections. That's why we wrote those 72 stories of God, good and goods. They are little stories, but they just tell you the central idea which you can learn. And if you have been a Sikh and you are finding difficulty to be a Sikh, and you want to conquer the environments being a Sikh, and you wanted to know how the Gurus did it, the most reasonable and understandable is the 6 volumes of McAuliffe. They are wonderful. Because this man was a lawman, he was a British. He didn't know what the Sikhs are and what the Gurus are and all that. He looked at it from all legal aspects and about genuineness of it, you know. The guy was a court man, a law court man. He was a law officer. So he looked at it from a legal aspect, not praising it, not denying it, just investigating it. And it's the most powerful, handy aspect available right now. If you are expecting that society is now going to fall apart and you have that misunderstanding, it's not true. There are very many people in Triacho who are really struggling to be Sikhs. There are many Sikhs who are struggling to be Sikhs. And there are some stupid people who have not let their noses go and they still want to be Sikhs. And I am aware of it. I'm not worried about it. But what we want to give America a new set of lifestyle, new values, where person can contain and maintain his and her grace and live sovereign, free, imperial. It has a price, and you have to pay it. Nothing is free. Because when I tie my turban, with each round of it I say, dignity, compassion, kindness, grace, grit, strength. And finally when I tug the last part of my turban, I say service, selfless, unique, and to all, and equal. And when I pull the cloth on the side of my turban and cover the top, then I always recite this, Karmiya ve kapada, nadri mukhtuar, nanak mein janiye, sab apesatya. That as I covered my head, I have to cover all. In the name of Guru, my beloved one, in the name of God, my ultimate grace. And that's how I tie my turban every morning from last so many years. And first time turban was tied on me, I was 5-year-old. And this is what my grandfather said. And this is what I remember. And this is how I tie my turban. Every day since then to this day. And this is exactly how I tied my turban today. So those of you who tie turbans must understand that comes with each round of turban around your head. And that's exactly what you tie. And that's what you stand for. And that's what you who are. My love is for you. I only love your destiny. I see it. I want you to achieve it. Sometimes we are in battle. Sometimes we are angry. Sometimes we are rude to each other. Sometimes we are harsh. Sometimes we yell, let's go, but we are family. You know, it all goes. That's the way family is. There's nothing to it. As far as I'm concerned, I have practically seen your power, and every time I go to hospital, I come out in one piece. What more miracle can be but you? And I'm personally very grateful to you that this time, medically, it was a very serious trip. I knew it, astrologers knew it, psychics knew it, and my doctors knew it. And one of the funniest thing is, there is a saint, he's about 89 years, 87, 88, 89 years old. He's from Sikh tradition. He's a Nirmala Sant. So he came to Vancouver, and Swaran Singh, his wife, went to him. And they asked me, we are going. I said, well, take this kind of prasad and offer him. And he'll ask about me, and then ask him this question. And they went, and he said, oh, Satnam ji. He said, Satnam, where is Yogi ji? He said, well, he's in Los Angeles, he can't come. He's very sick, he's ready for operation. He said, when? They said 12th of June, surgery is fixed. And doctors think it's going to be okay, right? He said, what kind of surgery is this? I mean, the man doesn't know a thing. And they say, well, his heart arteries are blocked, and they're going to cut his chest and open it and put new arteries from the legs and from the chest and fix it all up. He said, well, you know, is Sri Singh Sahib? He said, yes. Well, he heals the whole world, why can't he heal himself? He says, oh, well, sometimes he doesn't want to do it. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, that he's going to be on 12th going to surgery. He says surgery with heart is okay, you can cut him left, right, whatever you want to do. But the problem is with his windpipe. He has injury on windpipe. And when they do this surgery, they will touch the windpipe, and he's a man of prana, he's not going to come back. He'll be gone. Just tell him that surgery is no good. Well, anyways, it's going to be little thing. They're making big thing out of it. He came and he called me. I called Suram. I said, Suram, it's a very serious matter. You only, as my doctor, know that I have ulcer on my vocal cord, which is a windpipe. And this man who has come from Haridwar, he's the other man who knows. And this is what he said. Plus, 8 doctors were saying surgery is not required. 2, my own doctor saying there's no other alternative, but it is. And I normally go by my doctor's opinion. And I told Sram, let's go do it. But there is another Dr. Kapoor, he sat like an angel on us. He said, no way, because the flow is perfect. It's not 80% block. Everybody has 40% block. No way. And actually, I tell you, it was 80% block when second time they did the angiography. So we decided not to go for surgery, go for another angiography. We said, well, geography is wrong, map is wrong, what are we doing? We can't do this surgery. Let's do the other way. So we decided that. Second day I told Swarna, I said, go again and meet them. Swarna couldn't go second day, third day he went. And he said, well, Sri Singh Sahib has said that, why don't you heal him through prayer? He said, he's making fool of you, Swarna. He's already healed. He'll be all right. He'll be one piece. Don't bother. So Swarna came happy. He said, no surgery. I said, fine, no surgery. Meanwhile, Pai Jeevan Singh called, he said, no surgery. I said, why not? He said, well, you are Sri Singh Sahib, no surgery. If you have to die, go to Espinola and be dead. And yeah. And somebody said to me, he's your arch enemy, he wants you to be dead, he doesn't want you to live. You know, this guy is after you for a long time. I said, well, this is what he said. And I said, well, if no surgery, then let us have Akhand Paths here. And let's keep reading the Sri Guru Granth till Guru decide what will happen. Because it's very confusing. It's so confusing. In the morning we were ready for surgery, in the afternoon we were not. In the afternoon we were ready for surgery, next morning we were not. Isn't that, Dr. Saram, true? Huh? That's exactly true. And different opinions, and UCLA head got involved, people from Cleveland heart area got involved. There was about 12 doctors left and right. It was so confusing. And then I finally said, God, it's me, and you are making bamboo shoot out of me, nothing doing. Let's have another angiography. So we decided Dr. Osley is best in United States. So we'll go for angiography with him, and he'll decide. You know, not only he did angiography, he fixed it. In exact, what time was 30 minutes? 45 minutes, he said, Yogi ji, go home. Adios. And I said, what? He says, done. I said, what? He said, your left artery has a shelf block. It means you are only on the top side and not round. So I just fixed it. It's over with, gone. You are no more a patient of heart. And on the right side, artery is already blocked a long time ago, and you have developed 3 arteries which is feeding that area. You don't need it. I said, what it means? He said, 2 days, 1 day is intensive, or 2 days intensive, and 3rd day home. And 4th day, you have to wait 5-6 days, don't run around, and then go wherever you have to go. Couldn't believe it. I was brought to an intensive. It was just like 5-star hotel suite. And you know what I all did? I blessed all the nurses and the doctors. They all got to know that there is a Pope of the Sikhs there, and he's a very holy man. So get blessed. So everybody was coming. And then in that intensive care room, you know, that's what I was doing. Finally they moved me up. And then it was the same thing going on. And the next day, I think on the discharge day, I lived to my vision, you know. I had a vision and I told everybody that I have seen, they are giving me anesthesia, taking me to surgery table, giving me anesthesia, cutting my chest, cutting my legs, and doing and fixing it up, and this all blocked up and everything done. And after a while I saw a light, white light, starting with my toes, circling, engulfed the whole body for a few minutes. And it did a number, and then it, and the doctor looked at it and he said, my God, what is it? What is it? What was it? And they found it out that there's no cut in my chest. There's absolutely no sign on the legs. And they said, but didn't we do it? They said, yeah, we did it. So they decided, all right, drag him to the intensive care, keep him 2 days, then let him go home. Don't talk about it. Forget what is we're seeing. It's not possible. So I said, my surgery did happen. Visions are never wrong. And I don't have any sign of it. But exactly this is what it is. Surgery did happen. Angioplasty is a surgery. The cardiac procedure, right? And they did a little cut, you know. And Chakrapani is true. He said if you do, what was that day? Wednesday. If you do Wednesday, recovery will be a little light. And if you do Friday, it's so imperfect. So we say, okay, recovery late is okay, because doctor couldn't do it. He's going to Washington, D.C. to have a new job. So we went Wednesday. Yes, recovery is late. Where they did a little cut, there was a big bump. It never happens normally, but it happened. So we say, okay. So now, today, it's not a bump anymore. And, it's a little late, but it's perfect. So what I say is that unseen hand of God works. And the painful process is that I actually love to go back home, which is my real home. I've done my job, I'm finished, but I'm not getting there. So, but I don't want to be here and going to hospitals again. You know, it's pretty painful. It's not desirable. It doesn't suit things, right? So I decided to come here, and I practice every day. I lie down on the bed, put the pillows behind and pull my quilt over and all white. I look to the Guru and I say, here I want to go like this. But I know unfortunately I'm not going. So I have to stick around. So to my good luck came through all my staff. They love me. They are very beautiful people. Sometimes I yell and scream at them. But what you can do, they are tired, 18 hours a day, continuous day in and day out. Dedicated people. They don't have husbands, they don't have homes, they don't have money, they don't have income. Each member staff live on a very meager salary, couple $100 a month. And they are more dedicated than God and divine itself put together. I sometimes don't even appreciate them at all. You all have your private properties, you have bank accounts, you have husbands, you have jobs, you have businesses. You are rewarded well. They are not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. The poorest among you is richer than them. But they are part of me. You say they are Mercedes, they belong to Sikh Dharma. But I believe Sikh Dharma should have a status. Even by this $900 Jeep, I bought it for $900, he wanted $1,000, I started bargaining. He won't come down, I won't pay him $1,000. We decided $999, so we bought it. And that's the only vehicle I drive, but look at this. It has a flag of Sri Singh Sahib, it has this, that. You know, I believe status has to be lived, so these people have to have a status. But they are working 18 hours and they're just working. They're not working for themselves. They're working for you. And they're working for the first generation and second generation and all that. I really love them. I used to pretend to love them, now I really love them. I really find them very beautiful, very dedicated, very divine. What is divinity other than this? Whole thing is nonsense. And many of you who are rich and position, sometimes you try to order them around, but they are great people. They shut you up in 1 second. None of you dare to override them. They are really powerful. I think they are very saintly and very divine. They don't care. And now they have adapted a new role, and it's totally new. But it's so foolproof, there's nothing I can do. I can't cheat. The food is made. It's made, cooked, served on time. It is 1200 calories. Give and take 2 calories if I can cheat or leave, that's it. Its food is very tasty, very wonderful, but cow won't eat it, but it's okay. But it is okay. I'm becoming habitual to it now, and I now really like it. It's very tasty. There's so much love in it, you can't believe it. It is just couple ounces of food and couple pounds of love in it. So I have learned a habit to take every bite and chew it and make as long as possible. So mentally feel satisfied. I'm eating. Plus, yeah, you can't believe it. When they give me those white daikon radishes that boiled, I don't even get a crunch out of it. They just melt in the mouth. But I have to eat, there's no problem. Give me 7 cherries and 2. What those 2 at night you give me? apricots, two apricots, if one is bigger, the other has to be smaller. They have to be some size. If one, sometimes apricots are bigger or small. So if one is big, the other has to be little, if are both little, something like that. But I enjoy it, and it's very good. It's very kind, and it's very affectionate, and it's just like I have become a baby. These are my mothers and grandmothers, and yeah, they deserve it. And every couple hours my pulse is taken, and my blood pressure is taken, and every time I have to urinate in that little plastic thing because that has to be measured, and you can't believe it. Life has become wonderful. I mean, you are accountable for your private things and your personal things, and it is amazing. And it's an amazing way to live. It's really wonderful. You are on stage all the time. How are you, sir? What is happening to you, sir? What are you doing, sir? What is this? They say, sir, but in the hospital I have pretty good experience. Kindly sleep, sir. Thank you, sir. Sleep, sir. And after 2 minutes they put a needle in your butts. Oh, I have given you the medicine, sir. Don't worry, sir. It's already done, sir. And I have to flush you, sir. I have to clean you, sir. God knows what they do. I never understand in hospital when a person can sleep. After one needle, another, and one in the butts, and one in the shoulders, and one, God. And then still say, please take rest. How can you rest when every 30 minutes they stick a needle in you? What you can rest about? But that's the way it is. And you come home totally blue and with a lot of spots and still memory of those needles in your veins. Now this time, they couldn't get me IV because whenever they find my vein or artery, whatever it is, it will run away when they will stick with it. And they said, now your veins have become alert to it. I said, but they have been uncountably needles, so now they know what a needle is and they understand their own language. It's no more my nerves, they are now nerves which has to stand this damn hospital situation. But anyway, this is what is going on, folks, in life, and we are working and we are trying to produce a future, and we have a responsibility. We definitely have a responsibility, and we owe that responsibility, honestly. We will discharge, we will deliver. We not only say Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, that our purity belongs to God and our victory belongs to God, we will bring it down to earth. We mean it. I took this time of 4th of July to just let you know, because in the last 2 Khalsa councils, some stupid people were just trying to damage the whole thing. It was a power block, intrigues, which normally happens in palaces and in powers. And some stupid person got to their head some funny ideas. But thank God, they are out. One stole away the property, the others other things. I don't want to go in detail, and if anybody doesn't want to come along with us, it's okay. We have a habit to tolerate, what they call it, those who leave 3HO make another center to, what do we call them? Dropout center. So, but as far as Sikh Dharma, 3HO, Sri Singh Sahib is concerned, we will definitely produce, settle, arrange, and welcome our second generation, and set up a procedure that we can always welcome our generations. That is the best of every man, every woman. And there's no need to be confused. There's no need to be sad. This is not Guru Prasad, I told you that. What I said? Tell me. I said I am alive, I am well, I am a living miracle, now I am a ghost, I can do a lot of things, just don't worry. Right? True? So, and this is the story, it's my last story to end my talk today. Either you are in military or you are in civil. If you are in civil, don't worry. If you are in army, either you are front or you are in the rear. In the rear, don't worry. In the front, either you are fighting or you are sporting. If you are sporting, don't worry. If you are fighting, you can be either fatally injured or you can be injured. If you are fatally injured, don't worry. And if you are injured, Red Cross will take care of you. And thank you and Satnam.